They didn't like me here.
Austin, 30 assists for you guys tonight. What is like the vibe or the feeling that you guys have, the kind of rhythm? How would you describe where you guys are at as a team?
It just seems like we're meshing really well. Come on in. And it just feels like the chemistry's there. Ball's moving, second unit definitely is even kind of going that right direction. So we just got to continue to play for one another. We'll be all right.
The second unit, your thoughts on Bones and his growth? I mean, really the last 2 or 3 weeks seems to have taken off a little bit.
Yeah, he's such a, Bones has a big heart. You know what I mean? He one thing I love about him is he just goes for it, A lot of young guys do that, and then if it doesn't go well, they kind of shy away, and he just goes for it continually. So that's a guy that you just let him go out there, and he's always means well. He tries to make the right play, so you can live with the mistakes because he can score, man. He can really fill it up. Even that little stint he had in the second half, I mean, he just has the ability to put a whole crowd in the whole game just in pause. He has that rarefied scoring ability. So we got a good unit, man, with him and the shooting of Brand. You got DeMarcus, you got J. Mike, myself. We put ourselves up against anybody. We just have to continue to play defense and move the ball, and we should be solid.
Oh, how nice is it to know that you guys are coming together like that?
Yeah. Right.
Now you guys are showing it right now.
Yeah, we're starting to form. Perfect timing. It's tough early in the season because there's so many different guys in and out. This guy was playing, then this guy wasn't playing, the Bones wasn't playing, and then I wasn't playing, and then we had every single person that's had a stint this year where they were like in and out because it takes time to find the right unit that gels, and we've definitely I think found one, and guys just have to be ready to play. Even guys who didn't play, guys like D. Reed and stuff like that, when their name's called, they've been able to come in and be solid too. So, our whole team has been exemplifying professionalism this whole season, honestly, which I think is why we're one of the better teams in the NBA. You know what I mean? So we just got to keep going.
What about the road games? It's the 7 straight wins now. What's the key to success?
Man, honestly, I don't know. The altitude, we don't have any out. Playing at home is different, man. Everywhere else in the country, you have a home court advantage, with the exception of the Lakers and the Knicks. They don't have a home court advantage, just because everybody gets up to play them. That would suck. To play, every time you're getting someone's best game and you play in those arenas. But in our arena, if we come back from our road trip, it affects us just like it affects anybody else. I mean, you're out there for the first 5 minutes and you're just searching for air. So that might be a reason why. I don't know, but we'll see.
Austin, you brought up Michael. I know that he's not a guy who talks a ton, but when he does talk, it seems like everybody galvanizes everybody listens. What effect does it have when he raises his voice and gets on people?
Yeah, him and DeMarcus are like the Bash brothers. Are like, I don't know if you've ever seen Mighty Ducks, but you never know. That's those two guys. I can't say exactly what they're saying because I don't have a censor thing on the mic, but they definitely like to rile some guys up. The refs, they scare people sometimes, man. They intimidate people out there. It's funny, man. You know what I mean? J. Mike's a great guy. So is DeMarcus, man. They're just emotional, but it's in a good way. They channel it the right way. If anything, they get guys kind of charged up, especially when our energy's flat. One of them will come to the huddle and start going, start barking a little bit, and you got to be able to take that and go out there and wake up, play. You know what I mean? Last game was the best example of that versus Philly. They kind of got the whole unit kind of riled up, and then we went out there and did what we did. So they've been great for us.
So much of the MVP discussion around Nikola Jokic, it centers around how much help he has from the rest of the roster. What is your thoughts on that? Does that sort of tick you guys off at all, particularly when you guys have a night like tonight when you get so many different contributions from all over the roster?
I mean, Nah, we play so heavily through him that his numbers are going to be what they are if you're that good. If you're the level of player that Jokic is, we know who we have on our team, man. You could take any of our core players and they playing on core minutes on any team in the league. So I'm playing on any team in the NBA. I believe that. I know that because every team I've played for, I played. Bones is playing on any team. Every team Bryn's played for, he's played pretty solid minutes. J. Mike's played minutes on every team he's played for. DeMarcus Cousins plays minutes even on 10 days. He was getting minutes on every team that he plays for. You know, I mean, Monte Morris, Will Barton, Aaron Gordon. I mean, name one of these guys that's not playing 30 minutes plus that we played on DC. We played 30. You know what I mean? So we just have a great team, and we have arguably the greatest player in the NBA is on our team. So it's just like, at the end of the day, we're going to put the ball in his hands as much as possible. This is just what it is. You know what I mean? You got to know how to play around that. You got to know how to play with that. And, you know, if you can't deal with him getting most of the credit, then it is what it is. Everybody always complains about guys like that who get the ball that much, but they don't realize how hard it is to have that on your shoulders every night. That man, his in shape ability, he plays every single night, bro, with the weight of carrying us on his shoulders every night. And that's not a burden that most guys can take. There's like 3 or 4 guys in the league that can do that. That's why you always see these different names in the MVP conversation, but there's like those solid 2 or 3 that are always there. That's because there's only a couple guys that can do that consistently a whole season. Yoke's one of them. We got one of them. So we're gonna ride a big fella till the wheels fall off, man. You know, he goes. So it's just what it is.
Austin, he doesn't ever talk about the MVP race. Do you guys in the locker room ever have
We always call him it because he is the MVP, whether he wins it or not. We believe he is. But he doesn't like talking about it. I don't even think he cares whether he wins it or not. He really doesn't. I believe that, honestly, just because like even last game, he's going against Joel Embiid, who's had an MVP-like season. You would think that game he would have been. Yoke just is so – I mean, he just doesn't even – he walks around joking. I mean, same Yoke that you always get, you know what I mean? That just tells you. And then he goes in there and does what he does. He's able to have games where you're like, oh, man, Yoke's not playing well. And then you look up and it's like he's like 25, 15, and 12. You're like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, that's just how he's able to dominate the game. So, yeah.
All right, thanks.
All right, y'all. That'll be easy, man.